What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today is the continuation of Mixed Six Pack theme month here on the channel, and the beer I'm reviewing today comes from Rogue Ales, and they're out of Newport, Oregon, and this is their Hazelnut Brown Nectar. So on the can, they're calling this an ale with natural hazelnut flavor. What it is an American brown ale that is brewed with hazelnut extract. Comes in at 5.6% alcohol by volume, 33 IBUs at the time of review. This can is approximately 4 months old. So when I did the vlog for the final 7 beers that I'm reviewing during Mixed Six Pack theme month, I talked about Rogue, and I talked about how Rogue, I don't buy a lot of their stuff anymore. And I enjoy their beers, but their price point was always tough for me because back, going back 7, 8, 9 years ago, when they'd be on the shelves, they'd be, next to most of the West Coast breweries like Lagunitas and Stone and Sierra Nevada, and Firestone Walker as well. And they were always priced $2, $3, $4 higher per, bomber, $1 or $2 per 12-ounce bottle. And, more often than not, like I prefer Lagunitas and Firestone Walker to Rogue in general. So, paying a premium for their beer when I think the other beers are better, I just, I wouldn't buy a lot of their stuff. The last beer I had from them was the blend of this beer and their chocolate stout. It was called, I forgot the name of it. It was a weird name. It was like Chocolate-tabulous or something. And it was really good. And I had that a couple years ago. It was like a liquefied candy bar. It was really, really tasty. But when I saw this one in the Mixed Six Pack, I was like, man, I haven't had this one in like 6, 7 years at least. And I remember enjoying it. I do. But I remember paying like $3 a bottle, which was, quite expensive when you're talking about a 5.6% brown ale with hazelnut extract. So on the back here it says, well, I'm not going to read the taste notes, but it says brewed using 14 ingredients: 2-row Munich, C15, C75, C120, brown Rogue Farms Dare and Risk and Kiln coffee malts. So those are all the malts. And then Rogue Farms Revolution independent hops, hazelnut extract, free range coastal water, and Pac-Man yeast. That free range coastal water. That's where it's at. But yeah, anyway, I want to get in this one because again, it's been a long time since I've had it, and I remember enjoying it as far as brown ales. And I mentioned, American brown ales specifically are not my favorite style. But you throw a hazelnut in there or extract, or it's a nut brown ale. Yeah, I'm into it. Anyway, let's give it a pour. So yeah, it's pouring out like your typical American brown ale, I'd say. Yeah, it's looking pretty nice. So yeah, that has this really nice like chestnut color to it. It's chestnut, almost like ruby red mahogany. It's like a really deep red as opposed to straight on brown. There's in the middle, it's more like brown, but on the sides it has like this ruby red tinge to it. Has about a half finger of a straight up tan colored head, relatively creamy looking. On camera it's going to come off darker, I know that, but it definitely looks like a brown ale. Maybe I could confuse this with like a Irish red or something. I think this is a bit darker than an Irish red though for me. Anyway, let's get a nose. Yeah, so that hazelnut is just unmistakable. When you're using an extract, they must use a decent amount because it smells like straight up hazelnuts up in here. Yeah, huge nuttiness. And it does smell like hazelnuts. It does not smell like a peanut. Does not smell like an almond or an almond. Does not smell like a walnut. Doesn't smell like a cashew or something. It smells like straight up hazelnuts. Underneath it, getting a little bit of like a roasted coffee, a little bit of roasty, toasty malt character. Caramel and toffee, burnt sugar vibe. Little bit of hop bitterness, like an earthiness. Yeah, like an earthiness for sure. But it's hard to get past that hazelnut. That hazelnut is so prominent. I don't remember it being this hazelnut forward. I don't know. I doubt they've changed the recipe since they started brewing this, or since I drank it, 6, 7 years ago. Maybe they have. But yeah, this one definitely smells way more hazelnut forward than I remember. But it smells really damn good. So let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Fucking good. I mean, I can't sit here and tell you it's not, because it is. That hazelnut is the predominant note on the palate, but it's not too big. What I like about this beer is there is a nice sweetness, but it's not overly sweet. There's a nice balance. So right up front, that hazelnut carries over perfectly on the palate. A nice hazelnut character. It just has a nice nuttiness to it. Now, if I was doing this blind, would I tell you exactly hazelnut? I might. I would definitely say hazelnuts, or maybe like a walnut or something. It doesn't have like the almond peanut butter character. It definitely has a different nuttiness to it. But along with the hazelnut right up front, caramel, toffee, burnt sugars, passes through the palate. It dries out, and then you're hit with a little bit like earthy bitterness. It finishes semi-dry, and there's a slight bitterness, but not too much. The body at 5.6%, it's like lower side of medium body, it's appropriate. The mouthfeel, it's fine. Crisp. This beer is relatively clean too. Like, it has a nice clean finish to it. Outside of a slight lingering like hazelnut, not much else going on in the back of the palate. So crisp, clean, not refreshing, but just nice to drink. Yeah, I mean, I remember enjoying this beer, and I still enjoy this beer. The problem again with Rogue is price. Now, let me give my rating, then we'll go on a little bit of price and stuff. So Hazelnut Brown Nectar from Rogue, I'm gonna give this a high 4 out of 5. I'm gonna go 4.05 out of 5. I really dig this one. There's not a lot of negatives to this one. I think if you're going Hazelnut Brown Nectar and you're looking at a American brown ale that is brewed with hazelnut, natural hazelnut flavors or hazelnut extract or whatever, this is like a 4.75 out of 5. Yeah, I mean, it's American brown ale with the hazelnut in there. I mean, there's no off flavors, nothing bad about this one. I think they did a great job. Now, price point on this one, not too bad. This it comes in 6 packs locally, depending on where you get it, $10.99 or $11.99 a 6-pack. So you're talking less than $2 a can. That's fine, 12-ounce can. But when it comes to Rogue's other beers, it's a little bit, you know, it's just, again, their price point for me is a little bit much. Now, I will say, a lot of what I'm remembering from Rogue is talking about price points 8 to 10 years ago, not in the past couple of years. When you're talking about beers over the last 2 or 3 years, it's not uncommon for places to put their, you know, New England style IPA out there for $20 a 4-pack. So Rogue price point is probably fine nowadays. It's tough to compete with Lagunitas. I compare them to Lagunitas. Maybe that's an unfair comparison because Lagunitas has the best bang for buck, period, when it comes to craft beer, in my opinion. But, you know, maybe I need to give some more of their stuff a go. Maybe I've been unfair to them over the past, you know, 5 to 6 years. Because I do think they brew some good stuff. I mean, outside of like the Voodoo Donut range, which I think I like one beer out of that entire series, I do think like their chocolate stout's good. Their mocha porter, one of my favorite flavored porters of all time. I think they make good beer. I just think I need to give them probably another chance. And I'm not afraid to admit that maybe I've just ignored them for no other reason than, you know, what I thought about them 8 to 10 years ago as opposed to giving them a fair shake. So maybe you'll see some more reviews from Rogue in the near future. We'll see. Anyway, Rogue's Hazelnut Brown Nectar, 4.05 out of 5. Damn good beer. Like I said, price point about 11 to 12 bucks a 6-pack here in the Western New York area. Let me know what the price point in your area is. Availability, Rogue is all over the place. So you probably can get Rogue if you're watching this. And if you can't, then you could probably know somebody who can. So yeah, price point, availability, fine with this one. Good beer. I enjoy it. I will see you all tomorrow on another mixed 6-pack theme beer review. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. We have less than a week to go. It's been a lot of fun. So appreciate everybody stopping by for another review. Till the next one. Oh yeah, 5.6%. Yeah, whatever. It drinks like a 5.5% beer. Again, I'm always going to talk about the ABV at the end of the review because I always forget, because most of the time I forget that there's alcohol in here. Aside from when I drink a couple and then I'm feeling good. Cheers.